catching up on my ongoing manga, Magus the Library Edition, my fourth and final part. This was such a time-consuming manga to catch up on, and I do not regret it at all. The author behind this manga has found fantasy writing at its peak, and I will stand by that. And again, it's found ways to pull very real-world problems into the manga that is just fascinating and addictive to read. As an audience member and as a reader, it makes you think, it makes you philosophize, it makes you consider things you've never considered before. With Volume 7 here, actually kind of focused on whether or not they're going to actually ban a book, which is a big thing nowadays. With a lot of people actually claiming that this book is inflaming tensions between the races of the world, while another group is saying banning books is a slippery slope into absolute censorship. And it's written in a way that both sides present their arguments very clear, very adequately, and it really makes you think as a reader, which is what this series kind of soars at. And no matter what choice you make in that decision, you gotta have to deal with those consequences, which each side will have their own consequences, whether they're good or bad, and how you're gonna deal with them in the future. In the 8th and latest released volume, the lore deepens even further as we begin to find out what was written in the secret book that was handed to our main character Theo, and how the information presented in that book could tear the world apart as they see it. Which is a very interesting volume and story to follow up the censorship idea about what should be censored. You know, if this book's ideas, if it's what it does, could lead to something so catastrophic as previously mentioned when they had an entire genocide of a race, should it be readily accessible at that point? Because the library that they work for, the Grand Central Library, believes all works should be accessible. And it's interesting because you kind of agree that it should be accessible, but responsibly as well. And we should be careful about how we present these stories, that we should present them in the right light. Again, just a way that connects with the problems of the everyday world now in our world. And we got introduced to a bit more of shonen action, but again, with Magus in the Library, it's not a shonen heavy manga. It's much more focused on the story than it is the action. The action is a welcome little side activity over here, but it's not the central effect, which I'm loving. Guys, this is like just about a 5 out of 5 for me.